Hey everyone, so welcome back to Gundam Build Guide. I am Buster Green, your host to this stupid Gundam phone game. So this week there is so much going on. First order of business, mixing up the order I normally go through. The charity suit this week is the V-Gundam, and honestly this thing is garbage. It's the third Victory Gundam unit that we've gotten for free in a charity event, and it's honestly exactly the same as the last two. Now, I normally would say don't even bother with this piece of crap, but unfortunately there's a bingo board attached to it that requires you to completely red out this thing and push it to level 90. That's unfortunately a pretty tall ask, so you guys really need to prioritize this as the first thing you do this week, because the rewards for doing it are actually completely amazing. I got myself a universal gold mark, which went straight onto my melee main. And in a convenient twist, I got a high-stakes pull ticket, which got me all the parts I was missing for the Zabania Gundam, which I was never planning on completing, but now I've completed it. So check that out. Look at that great green color. Now, it's unfortunately going to cost you a shit ton of in-game money to pull this off. So I myself had to waste a lot of my saved-up energy refills that I've been holding for a while. But it's worth it because you'll get back all the money you spent and some extra, as long as you can finish the bingo board within this week. So anyway, let's talk about the pulls this week. The main pull suit this week is the Master Grade Scale 1/100th TV Wing Def Sight. Now, this is not the most exciting suit, but in a very, very pleasant switch up, this is the first time they've released a Master Grade Scale suit, and they've made it pullable in its fully realized Master Grade size. I think Bamco might finally be wising up that no one really wants to pull on these old suits and then drop a further $5 million in-game dollars on them to supersize them up. But hey, so instead, we're pulling a fully sized gigantic scale suit that doesn't drain away any of your in-game money. And this is a freaking great week for that because I'm really tight with my in-game money because of this fucking bingo board. So yeah, that's a cool thing for them to do. And that makes this pull a little bit less of a harder pull to swallow. So I did 5 pulls on that banner. In those 5 pulls, I got 4 parts. And with those 4 parts, I put together this hilarious Def Sight Phaz Kit Bash. However, that's not the real prize of this week. The real prize of this week is the bullseye target for the Epion and the Reborn's Gundam with extra alteration tools. Now, this is probably the best banner you can pull. So on the Epion, I recommend going all out on that and fucking alter every single part of the Epion, because this week the Epion retakes its position as the best freaking melee unit in the game, and I am so satisfied with that return to form. Now, on the other hand, with the Reborns, definitely alter the backpack because that's one of the best shooter backpacks in the game. And other than that, I also altered the torso because it seemed like the second best call I could figure out. Now, with all these alters and forced bingo problems, I'm still a little bit short on in-game money from where I need to be to finish up actually applying the upgrades from my pulls onto the Epion. So that's driving me nuts right now. And I don't know, I want to keep doing the capsule pulls, but if I really max out the weekly mission, I might move over to just doing the daily missions for money. Also guys, there's a really good exploit you can use for this event. So this is the last week to get parts for the new heavy weapon system. So as you can see, I finally finished mine. And honestly, it wasn't really worth the money. I just did it because I have a YouTube channel. But anyway, if you guys are going to do 5 pulls on the Epion or the Reborns, and then you figure out that you don't want to alter any more parts, and you don't want to use any of these alphabet parts to make the new Gundam, there's a pretty cool exploit you guys can take advantage of. So what you do is you convert the leftover new alphabet pieces into leftover Epion Reborn's alter badges. And then if you have 5 of them, you can turn those in to get Gundam coins to buy trait upgrade items, which you can therefore use to really upgrade the super rare parts on your main suit. Now, this strategy is expensive, but if you're just trying to farm the Epion parts and the alteration tools, then it's a very nice side hustle you can do with all your leftover parts after you're done doing that. Anyway, so aside from all that shenanigans, a new melee battle circuit dropped, and in a pleasant switch up, this one is actually pretty damn hard. It mixes together a confrontation with a brutal stunner Age 2 Darkhound, and then a super vicious final boss in the form of the Tri-Burning Gundam. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, me personally, I OP'd my way through it again, but I definitely got surprised. I definitely got killed a few times. I would say that I had to struggle through all my rounds, and I didn't like clown around or cheap out at any time this time around. So yeah, that's awesome. Other than that, there's a new big crew multi-mission where you have to kill Zaku's. So, hey my crew, I'm wondering if we can all get together around like, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today and wreck this thing. If that's a little bit too early, we can try meeting up again at 6. But I would like it if some people could show up at 2, just so we could try to get those missions done while it's still on Thursday on the calendar. Anyway, that's really all I care about, guys. Oh, by the way, so I hate to plug myself, but I just did a really, really awesome retrospective of the return of Ultraman. If anyone cares about that, check that out because my review videos have been getting a lot of hits lately, and I really went all out with this one. Alright, anyway, that's all for me, you guys. Thank you for coming by, and I'll see you next week. Later!